Well, hello. Hello, hi, it is me, it is I. Small time Didi, you're in these year internet akastrach. I am back. Hello, yalla. Somebody feels like these 13 seconds is team too much. You could have, like, one little you saying that. What am I meant to do now? Not get here and greet people. It's our thing. The people like to be alikokoti. Yeah, the type. Alikokoti. As people like Yalidu Medisi. Oh, no, your type now. Jub utumile bana. Now he's back on TV talking about I'm a sweet, I'm an angry. And what are you on about, babe? I'll continue to greet. If you're struggling that bad, you can always leave. I want you to like sit in that for as long as you need to. Yeah, that's who you're dealing with. I thought Rapelejano was somebody who feels like they don't want to exchange greetings with me and then tell me also. Don't just forward and be quiet like a regular person. Regular. Alright. We can get into this now. That lady's fucking depressed. I'm not even diagnosing her, but goddamn. There's a lady on the TikTok crying. And she went viral talking about how she's got a good man and all of that, but like she's so unfulfilled. Like it's not going great. Like, oh, she just let's watch what the lady said.
It's just not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. Every day you gotta deal with somebody. Is marriage even worth it? It's not. It's not. At some point you're gonna realize that it's always best to just be alone, because I've been married for about 7 years and I don't even know if this is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point. Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I'm just like not thinking that I made the right decision. Like, and I am a good man. I do, and that's not the point. The point is, it's like you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're gonna lose something, and I don't think it's worth it, like, at all. I've always had a dream of like getting out of my hometown, like, city, and moving on, like moving forward. Like life is supposed to be experience. Like, we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling and all that. And I do all of that. But at some point, like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, always. It's always somebody else. You're never alone. Like, you never have a moment to yourself. You never can do that. And I don't know, like, and there's gonna be some bitches out there that say, like, oh, no, you should no, like, be fucking weird and not a realized couple. But I really want girls to know, like, even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the most perfect man, it's not worth it. It's not, like, it's always gonna be best to just, like, be alone. And maybe that's why so many men tell older women they're gonna die alone and be so sad. I'm sad with a great man. Like, maybe it's just like not my personality. And like, I know girls are out there, they're like dying for like a relationship like mine. Like, he takes care of me, but like, I'm sorry, like I can't even really barely deal with myself and my own emotions. Imagine somebody that you know for such a short amount of time, because you're never gonna know that man. Like, you think you do. And that's just not in a negative way. Like, I just don't think marriage is for me. And I'm tired of it, and I don't know what else to do, because it's just like imagine living a fairy tale, and it's nothing like you imagine it. You're living your literal fairy tale, and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. Even if you think that you want it, even if it's exactly what you dreamed of, it's still just, I don't know.
I know this exact feeling. I have it very often. Except my shit is janky because my shit is janky. Like, I actually feel shit because my shit is janky, right? But I felt everybody was so, not everybody, but I felt there was a large group of people who were so. I think this is one of those times where you realize that people are, like, we're lacking in understanding. And as long as we feel like people are having their basic needs met, we don't fully comprehend what it's like to go unfulfilled, and how you can only ignore that feeling for so long, but it's all consuming and it will drive you mad. you will feel ungrateful as well, because everything seems in place, but you're just not happy. Okay, she's talking about how I have a good man, but what is that? What does she mean by that? Because for women now, saying you have a good man is simply saying your man is not cheating on you and there's food in the fridge and stuff. But there's no excitement clearly with her. She's feeling like there's no growth, there's no excitement, they're not doing anything new, they're not growing together, like they're not taking on new things, taking in new cultures, the arts, nothing. And if a person is going to come here and complain and do this while saying I have a good man, that's somebody who's had these grievances for a while. To me, that's what it looks like. Like she said to her man over a period, you men who are like, you're paying the bills, why is she still so mad? Why is she still, I'm taking care of you. We are beings, like they're parts of us that need the person we're saying we're doing life with to pour into them, for us to also pour into those parts of us, right? And when you're in these locked in type of arrangements, like this lady's in a marriage of sorts, a lot of them are set up in such a way that you can't move without the other person. You guys are a unit, right? Like the traveling she wants to do, she probably can't just go off and do that, because as a married woman, you can't go anywhere without your husband, who's a good man. But your good man husband doesn't want to do all of those things with you. So then what do you do instead? You stay there. And also, we really need to interrogate this good man element. You stay there. You just stay and you think it's going to get better, or you convince yourself that you are, I'm telling you some shit I went through. You convince yourself that you are being ungrateful. You have this man who loves you and takes care of everything else that he needs to take care of, and it will pass. The feeling will go away. No. There was literally a day last week where I couldn't believe I actually made it out of bed. A week ago, it was like, felt like something was anchoring me down, where I spoke to my friend about it. I'm like, I've complained to you guys about shit, and like my life is not where I want it to be, and you guys have been like, but you can always pivot, right? And I'm actively doing things to try and chart a way out of the shit that I got myself in. But because it's not this like overnight like change, that thing has happened. The little bit of things that I'm doing don't feel like I'm doing anything, and that despair, that hopelessness, that is it always gonna be like this, and the voice in your head saying back to you, yeah, it's probably gonna stay like this. I can't describe that feeling to anybody who hasn't experienced it. Like when you are existing in a very sad place and it's a fight every day to try and get yourself through that moment, and you ought to be grateful, right? Like when people are reading the unemployment stats and they're like, yeah, Didi, your business is struggling, but you are still managing to make a little bit of change, or you're still managing to do this and do that, and you don't have to ask your mom for every little thing and whatever. But you look around and your peers are like light years ahead, and it's doing this. And when you have to compare yourself, you could always be in a worse off position. Well, not always, right? But like the situation could have been worse. You can't even have that perspective. Like you can't see it. You're just such a pessimist. Like your eye cannot, your mind, it can't make sense of how this would ever get better. How is it gonna get better? Because everything you're doing feels like it's falling short. You're probably talking to said good husband about, hey, I want us to do this, and then it's like he responds, right? And then there's no action, there's no follow through to you saying, I would like us to get out more and do something different, right? Or we lock ourselves into things that we thought were going to be the thing that makes us happy. Me and the career choices I made in the beginning that had me here, there wasn't something, they were deliberate. That's why I keep saying I need to dig myself out of the hole that I've put myself into. There's no external force for me to say whatever. I was led to explore life the way I wanted to try to make my way in life in a way that felt most authentic to me and felt like it would bring me joy, right? The career that I chose, and I thought I would be happy. She says, yeah, you make decisions, you get into a space. A lot of you go to school, you study for like 1,000 years to become this very impressive thing and have this very impressive title. Then you go into industry and it's not working out. You're unhappy there. You're incompatible with the industry. Then you think it's the workplace. Then you switch, right? You try to get a new place because you're like, maybe it's just toxic over there. You go over there and you're still fucking miserable because there's a disconnect. You were in love with the idea of the space. You couldn't know until you were in it. Like, it's not your fault. Like, you don't know until you know. Like, there's no way somebody's going to explain it to you and then you are going to be like, yeah, I see how I don't want to be a doctor. Like, really, when they're so celebrated, like, and it's, you say you want to help people and all of that stuff, nobody could have explained like the mental hurdle that comes with being in that space that would lead you to be in your nice vehicle, in your nice home that are afforded to you by way of this career, still experiencing that deep despair. And that I cannot describe that feeling to somebody who has not like sat in it. It's so consuming. Like, and then you try to power through it and punch through it, and you fucking can't. It's like, it's a wave, like, and it will always swallow you whole. Always. I don't know if you guys remember The Perfect Storm with Mark Wahlberg and I think it's George Clooney. Was it out in 1996? What year is that? They're sailors, but there's this like the large wave at the end that takes them under. It, like, I think about that wave a lot. It really feels, there's no greater force. Like, there's nothing you can do to punch against that thing. And to the outside people, especially because we're existing in the times where the men are cheating like the way that they're cheating, they always have, right? But now they even have more avenues to do it, and the same avenues are the avenues we have to document and publicize that they're doing these things to us, right? They are feeling more out of place because they can't perform their roles as per this, how it's said that they should perform them. So they're angrier. We're not getting good quality men. I'm not sure they ever existed, but it's worse than ever now because I feel anyway, because the girls are doing so well and the boys were left behind. Like, we're incompatible a little bit. That scarcity mindset of a good man, you've pissed off the whole fucking internet by saying you have a good man and you're still unhappy. You've upset all the women of the world. That's all they want. They too think, if I can just get a good one who's going to be nice to me and pay bills, I'll be so happy. I can't imagine why I wouldn't be so happy. The housewives are on fucking drugs. Like, historically, we know that they go crazy out of their minds. This Stadford wife thing that they keep trying to sell us. The girls were crazy, going crazy, chain smoking, doing all types of things just to cope with what was presented as like the ideal family structure. You're going to have a man that goes to work, makes the big bucks, buys you the latest appliances, and your kids are just so perfect, and they may be like Sydney Sweeney and have blue eyes and all of that. And that's going to make you feel so fulfilled because of what, do you understand? Now you take, and you're like, but what is this emptiness? What is this thing? And then you're not allowed to say that though. And you say, by the time this girl came here to cry, I can't tell you how long she's been working through this. And I feel like this is one of those times where she needed to go and sit on somebody's couch. This is one of the times where the internet, the world that we're existing in, the scarcity, the high unemployment rates, the people being underpaid, the inequalities in like lifestyles and wage, all of that stuff happening, the space will not receive you saying on paper, your life looks good, but you have this like gaping hole still. You feeling like you're going without something, like life is happening around you and it's passing you by. See somebody, guys, it's okay to go on meds. I'm telling you, it is really okay. It saved many a bitch. Like, it is okay. I'm at a point where I feel like if I keep going through these cycles, and they get more intense and more intense, I can't stay in the cycle of doing this shit forever. I cannot, because it makes charting my way out even harder. How the fuck am I meant to chart my way while I'm having these year type of breakdowns? Which I do. Like, I just saw me. I didn't even see anything. I was shocked when everybody was in there to realize, oh, we're slow. When I had to realize, that's why I'm just like, oh, you're gonna come here and say my intro is what? Girl. Do you know what I'm... Girl. You don't even need to be here, for real. Like, that's why I'm like, you don't even need to be here. Life is too short to be where you can't stand the intro. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this cannot be what is on my girl's mind, or whomever this is. This cannot be. It cannot be, but it was. While the rest of us have gaping holes we're trying to fill with God knows what. And also, because I'm in this situation, I think a lot about... Because I no longer have... She seems to still have an appetite. I don't. I no longer have zeal or any kind of looking forward to or excitement for... I don't chart a future for excitement. Like, I don't chart a future for... Oh, what could I go into that's gonna... I'm not at a point where I'm like, I just fucking need like some stability, so the noise, and I can stop, my mind can stop running as fast as it's running all the time, every hour of the day, trying to solve the situation that I'm in. It doesn't turn off. It doesn't. That's how I was drinking the way I was. Are we gonna talk? We're here, right? But no, guys. Things look great on paper. All the time we see people take their lives, and we hear that somebody died by suicide. I'm sorry if I'm triggering people here. And everything seemed okay. And we don't understand why they would do that. We are made up of more. And so we need more. We need more than what the world has decided we need. And what we've taken on, and you know how they prescribe sort of a good life, and this is what it looks like on paper. We're made up of, we're a little bit more complex than we can comprehend at times. And we need more, or we need different. But it's not this formula. That's why when people tell you that they want something opposite to you, or the exact thing that you feel is gonna make you whole, wanting the house and the husband and the kids, and I say that's not really, I don't want the husband and stuff like that. You can't tell me, or I'm just saying that. Like, I'm telling you, that's not gonna be the thing for me. And we should be able to hold space for this level of confusion and trying to figure out what it is that you're experiencing and stuff. But I fear our own situations where we are in our lives, the lack, when we hear somebody saying, I have an abundance and I'm still not okay. They have, but they have the wrong stuff. They don't have the stuff that is supposed to be feeding them. They have the stuff that the world says these are the things that you need to feed you and to be happy. It's not what they need. It's not what the fuck I need. But anyway, I really depressed the fuck out of you guys today. Anyway, you've been laughing the other day, so bye, Kella.